How you doing, YouTube? It's your friend Brandon from Taylorsfiresmoke Barbecue Cooking Show. We're back with another video. No, it's not barbecue, but it is delicious. What are we doing today? Salmon croquettes. Why salmon croquettes, you might ask? Number one, they're cheap. Number two, easy recipe. Number three, they taste delicious. So if you're ready, sit back and enjoy. Thank you. Welcome back. Let's get started. Let's get cracking on these salmon croquettes. First order of business. What am I using? One, pink salmon, and I'm going to mix it with mackerel. I'm going to get these drained, then we're going to pull the little bones out of them. There are bones. You can eat them. I've eaten them in the past, but just for video's sake, we're going to go ahead and remove them. Now with the pink salmon, you just go ahead and dump it on your plate. You're going to crack it open. And within that, you'll find some spine bones in there. Like I said, they're super soft, so you can actually just crush them up and eat them, but we're going to try to remove some of these out of here. Just like that there, you can see the spine bone in that. You can get rid of some of this skin as well. All right. All right. Into the bowl it goes. Now for the mackerel. A lot easier to get to. You just crack the little fish open and peel the bones out of there. Alright guys, just that simple. Now what we're going to be using in these salmon croquettes today, simple ingredients, stuff you should already have at the house, nothing major. The reason I like this recipe is because it is so simple and it's inexpensive and it tastes good. So what we're going to be putting in these salmon croquettes on today, we have half of a small green pepper and onion, sauteed. Breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, whisked, granulated garlic, black pepper, salt, and a flour and cornmeal mixture, seasoned. What you want to do first of all is take you a fork and just break up this fish a little bit. That way you can get your seasonings and everything incorporated in there real good. Alright. Now this fish already does have some salt in it, so you want to be careful when you're seasoning your croquettes that you don't over season them. I know I'm more careful with seasoning and salt in particular now more than ever. A few years ago, I had to spend up to about 4 or 5 days in the hospital due to high blood pressure. So since then, I've tried to make it a point to be a little more cautious when it comes to salt. So we're going to go ahead and add the green peppers and onions. The reason you want to saute these onions and green peppers is because it does not take long for these croquettes to cook. So if you put raw onion, raw green pepper in there, they would still be real crunchy by the time you got done with the croquettes. And that's not what you want. You want everything to meld together real well. So saute them first, then add it to your mixture. Alrighty. We're gonna go with a little bit of garlic and then season it to taste. Black pepper, which I'm a big fan of black pepper, so I may season it a little heavier with the black pepper than you. But again, season it to taste, whatever your taste buds prefer. And now just a little salt. And once we do this, we're going to taste our mixture first. That's why we haven't added in the egg yet, because we want to taste this mixture before we add the egg in. If it tastes good now, once you add the egg, nothing's going to change. All right. All right, we can use just a pinch more salt. Pepper, garlic is perfect. All right, that's going to do it. Now we're going to add in our breadcrumbs and our egg for the binder. Start off with about a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And 2 beaten eggs. Mix it all up. Now what you want to do is be able to form these things into a patty and have them stay formed. You don't want them to fall apart or anything like that, but you also don't want them too dry. You do want them to be moist. So let's look at our consistency right now and see if we need to add a little bit more breadcrumbs or not. Alright, it's actually pretty good. We're going to add just a little bit more breadcrumbs to it. Then we'll be ready to go. Alright. So the consistency you're going to have on these things actually is real close to maybe a tuna salad. If you can see that, how moist it looks and everything. So that's exactly what we want. We're going to go ahead and actually get our grease started. Then we'll come back and we'll see you at the frying pan. All right, guys, we're back. We've got this grease hot. In my cast iron pan, I have about 1/4 inch of oil in there. You don't have to use cast iron. That's what I'm using today. It's a little bit more even, especially on these flat top stoves. So I prefer to use cast iron. What we're going to do though, we're going to form these patties. Now, I don't like mine too big. I don't like mine too small. I would say the size that is perfect for me is just a little bit bigger than a sausage patty. Not a burger size or not too much smaller than that, but about the size of a sausage patty and fairly thin. I like them a little thinner. I've seen some people make them like the size of a big burger, and I've seen somebody make them super small. But I like mine about the sausage size. So this is what you want. And then we're going to go ahead and just lightly coat it in this flour and cornmeal mixture. Get some of it off, and into the grease we go. That's what we're looking for, a nice sizzle. You don't want the oil too cool, because when you put these croquettes in there, they'll come out real greasy. So you want good hot grease when you put them in there. And golden brown is what we're shooting for. It's funny, this is not something that I actually grew up eating. I hadn't tried them until I was about 17 or 18 years old. And I wound up going to a lady who belonged to the church that I grew up in. Her name was Sister Jean Hoskins, and she was making them one day. And I tell you what, when I had a taste of hers, I was hooked. So, Sister Jean, if you're out there watching, I appreciate you. These things are, like I said, they are delicious. They're inexpensive. You can probably get your can of pink salmon for under $3. Your can of mackerel for under $2. And whatever you want to go with them, that's really up to you. We're going to have fried potatoes with ours. But my wife grew up eating them. And she said every time they had them, they had macaroni and cheese and peas. I don't like peas. So that ain't going to happen. So we're going to get this last one in there. Get it coated with the mixture. All right. Comment down below. If you grew up eating salmon croquettes, what did you guys typically have when you ate them? I'm a Midwestern boy, so like I said, we're going to have a country boy. We're going to have fried potatoes with ours, but we could have spaghetti. I know some people that eat white rice. Some people that eat them with breakfast and eat them with eggs and grits. So I guess it's limitless as far as whatever you can have with them, but comment down below. If you grew up eating these things, what did you guys typically have when your parents made them? I'd like to know. Like I said, it does not take long. Everything that we're making here is already cooked. So it's not like you're having to cook the fish. The fish is already done, but you are looking to get the golden brown texture on the bottom. And this one's ready to flip already. You can zoom in there, you can see how pretty that is. Golden brown and delicious. I just love these cast iron pans, man. They cook so even, so you don't have to worry about having hot spots generally all over your pan. But let me finish cooking up the rest of these, patting the rest of them out. I will see you guys shortly. All right, we're just about done with the last batch. Just a few more minutes, then we'll be taking these bad boys out and giving them a taste test. These things really are pretty versatile. You saw how easy it was for me to make mine today. But you can do whatever you like with them. You could add red cayenne pepper to them. You can add jalapenos to them if you like with a little bit of a spicy kick. I have some little girls, so they don't like them spicy. So that's why I made mine the way that I do. But there's so much you can do, and like I said, you can eat them with different sides. You can put them on a bun and make a sandwich out of them. You can eat them for breakfast. You can eat them for lunch. They warm up well. I really do enjoy these things. So, all right, just a few more minutes. Turn that fire off. Cook them on a medium to medium high, depending on your stove and your cookware. Pull them off of here. All right. Now, how's that look for you? Golden brown, delicious. I can't wait to dig in. All right. Let's get one of these. Now, I know there are different ways people eat them. I like mine just with a little bit of hot sauce. My wife probably uses tartar sauce. One of my little girls is a ranch fanatic. I know, disgusting, but that's probably what she'd do. Some people use ketchup, some people eat them straight. I'm going to go for what I know. A little bit of hot sauce. Sister Jean, I hope I made you proud. I look on the inside. You see your peppers and your onions. That's exactly what you want. Still moist, but crispy on the outside. Sister Jean, I think I got it. Well, that's this episode of Taylorsfiresmoke Cooking Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Something simple, something you can feed your family for a super inexpensive price. Like I said before, pink salmon under $3, the mackerel under $2. You could actually go all mackerel, all pink salmon if you want to. Your choice. Whatever side, if you do rice, what are you looking at? Another $1 for to feed your family on rice, and a side, green beans or corn, whatever the case may be. So you can feed your whole family for under $8 with this particular meal. So I highly recommend you try it. If you enjoyed the recipe, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate you watching, and that's until next time.